Orange, you live in a life of luxury over there. But you have me craving them now. So after this, I might go get a bowl myself. You have inspired me. Alright, the bedtime story for tonight is statistics. And for those of you who are new, we're reading an excerpt from This Is a Book by Demetri, a comedian. And this is a book I got in 2011, and I'm finally getting around to reading. It's a collection of short stories or anecdotes. Statistics. Hammocks are responsible for over 90% of the cases in which someone who is overweight is forgotten at a picnic. The unicycle is the most effective form of birth control in the world. Nearly 1/2 of all people in the United States are torsos. 4 out of 5 dentists who chew gum also have a small ponytail and an earring. America is the leading exporter of the phrase, "Oh no, he didn't." 100% of the people who give 100% do not understand math. Suicide is the #1 killer of a person who is in a boat and happens to be passing under a bridge in the wrong time. The average person will eat more than 25 pounds of meat if offered enough money to do it. 99.99% of all castles in America are located in fish tanks. The boomerang is Australia's chief export and then import. Football is the leading cause of someone annoying other people at a party who are just trying to have a conversation without listening to some asshole yell at a TV. Men are 35 times more likely than women to be turned on by looking at a wedgie. If you stretch the average person's intestines out from end to end, it would make him scream a lot. Brooches account for nearly 80% of all conversations between women over the age of 75. Statistics indicate that the average American is a guy named Brian who lives in Ohio. Per capita, just about everyone has no idea what a capita is. This year, Americans officially became fatter than snowmen. And you are 10 times more likely to get hit by a car when the driver is aiming for you. And that one was short. So we're going to do the next one too. I am so glad, Walker. Bee sting. Maureen. I was in the park having a picnic with some friends. All of a sudden, a bee started to circle around my head. Then the bee attacked me. I calmly attempted to shoo it away, but it would not leave me alone. Then it became even more aggressive. I then tried to move away, but the agitated bee followed me, hoping to stop its assault. I attempted to gently swat it away with a magazine. I missed, and sure enough, the bee stung me. I'd never been stung by a bee before. It hurt, but I did my best to grin and bear it. I put some ointment on the bee sting, and after that I felt fine. Brenda, Maureen's friend. Oh, the first chapter was from Maureen. Brenda, Maureen's friend. I was on the phone with Maureen when Maureen got stung by the bee. I felt bad for her, but I think she overreacted a little bit if you ask me, especially when she started to scream and wildly swing her arms around. It was really pretty embarrassing. The bee. I was in the middle of another busy workday flying my usual route. I was on my way back to the hive minding my own business when an enormous fleshy monster began to scream, and then it spastically lunged at me. At first, I thought I might have flown into the middle of a medical emergency or some sort of tribal dance that the monster was performing. But then, it quickly became clear that the monster was trying to kill me. I turned around and started to fly away, but the monster became even more enraged and began to chase me. I could not escape it. I flew faster, but the wailing beast pursued me and kept swinging his rolled-up weapon at me. As much as I didn't want to, I had no choice but to sting the monster. It was the only thing I could do to stop it from following me home and threatening the well-being of the hive, or worse, the safety of my family. I hoped that if I stung the monster, I could thwart its assault enough to save my kids. I knew that I would die soon after administering the sting, but I really had no other option. What a tragedy it is to be forced by a senseless, hysterical beast to take one's own life. The magazine. I'm not sure what happened. I was being held and slowly read by some woman when all of a sudden she rolled me up and started to choke me and violently whip me around. After having my face smashed into the arm of a lawn chair a couple of times and then into the surface of a picnic table, I was tossed to the ground. It was a terrible and demeaning experience that I'll never forget. The lawn chair. I don't know what his problem was, but the magazine I was hanging out with abruptly got up and smacked me twice for no reason. Brenda's phone. Brenda was talking into me when the incident happened. I didn't get to see or hear anything because Brenda is such a loud and obnoxious phone talker. Whenever she uses me, it's like I'm cut off from the world. If I had enough power in my lithium battery to electrocute her face, I would. Seriously, I would do it. She is that annoying. The lithium battery. I second that. The ointment. I am effective at temporarily relieving pain and itching associated with insect bites, minor burns, sunburn, minor skin irritations, scrapes, and rashes due to poison ivy, poison oak, and poison sumac. The squirrel in the nearby tree. I'm still too upset to talk about what happened. I was good friends with Chris. I can't believe what that woman did to him. He was a hard-working, God-fearing bee who had a family and a good job. What that woman had against him, I'll never know. I'll tell you the truth, I don't think she even knew him. What a bitch! I'm going to find out where she lives, go to her yard, and act crazy on her fence. The tree. I have no comment. God. Forcing a bee to commit suicide is one of my biggest pet peeves. This is not good for this Maureen person. That was awesome. It do be like that. Yeah, that story really stung close to home. They are unique. They're some of the most unique things I've ever read in my life. And I don't ever want this book to end. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you, Phoenix. That's really sweet of you. Really generous. I appreciate it, man. You guys are the best. It was a fun night. And I'm kind of glad it went in a different direction. Be brilliant. Yeah, I'm glad it worked out, and I'm glad you guys found your way back. That's super cool. Orange, I am glad. Twitch parties are the best. I look forward to this every night. You guys are the best. I'll be back tomorrow somewhere probably closer to 9. I want to get started a little bit earlier tomorrow. Thank you for everything. I hate you all, and I will see you tomorrow. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.